So why did I buy the X-E5 over the X100V? Let me tell you. The X100V is a beautiful camera. It is actually the one that attracted me into the Fuji system in the first place. So when I looked for the 100V in a clean condition used, the price was pretty crazy for what it is. I mean, it was released in 2020 and the initial price was at, I believe, $1,400. Now you can look and find ones maybe for $2,000. That's a big jump. You know, they're selling it more expensive than it was when it was brand new. That's number one. Number two, it was actually kind of hard to find when I started looking into the Fuji system, which was, you know, a few months ago, especially to find a really nice and clean one. To pay that much money and to be locked into the one lens system became one of the deciding factors for me. For that same amount of money, I could get the X-E5 that has a newer 40 megapixel sensor, the inner body stabilization, and the ability to buy and use any of the Fuji lenses in their lineup. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. But there's two features on the X100V that I genuinely wish Fuji had put into the X-E5. And one of them might actually make the X100V a better camera for you. I'm not saying that the X100V is a bad camera. I mean, that is why it's such a sought-after camera. You know, and Fuji got so many things right on that camera. This is simply why, when it came down to spending my money, the X-E5 just made far more sense for me. My name is Shadi. I am a professional photographer and videographer. I have the company Moonlight and Honey. I've been doing this for a long time. Primarily a Sony shooter. The Sony FX3 is for my video work, and then I use the Sony A7 IV for my hybrid shooting, mainly photography. I wanted the Fuji system for more of my daily driver. Quick, smaller system that I can take everywhere and be my day-to-day fun camera. Here's the deciding factor for me. It was the lens. I did not want to be locked into one lens. With the X-E5, you can put the 23mm lens on it. That is a pancake lens, keeps it small and easy to carry, and gives you the 35mm equivalent in full frame. You could change that later if your photography style changes, if you need it for a different type of job. So I could still have the best of both worlds. And that's a huge consideration. And maybe this is me coming from the professional line and having to want that diversity of lenses that I can use and change. That is literally what lives on my camera all the time right now. This is the X-E5, obviously. I love having it. I love carrying it around. It's small. It's great. It's a pancake lens. If I want to put a massive lens on it, I can. I can remove it. Boom. Shakalaka. So basically, I can choose the simplicity of the one lens without committing to purchasing the limitation. So here's what newer gives you in practice with the X-E5. The current processor with the subject detection autofocus, a digital teleconverter cropping, new camera condition and warranty, new camera smell, and the interchangeable lens system. But here's the two things that the X100V has that I really wish Fuji had put in the X-E5. Number one, you probably already know this, the built-in flash. I'm not a huge person on trends and stuff, but I do like that vintage flash look that little flash can give you. And the fact that it is already built into the camera body, you don't have to hold or get another, you know, top little flash. Even the ones that I like from Small Rig or other Go Docs, there's still another thing that you have to carry with you, or you have to put it in the bag. Not a huge deal, but it's still something else that you have to carry and worry about. If you're out there at night and you need that extra light, or if you just want that aesthetic of the direct camera flash look, you know, you got that. The second thing, which is freaking cool, that internal ND filter. The 4-stop internal ND filter. That is freaking cool. On a small camera like that, it helps you shoot at f2 in the middle of the daytime, especially video stuff, and you don't need to use those freaking kind of annoying screw-on ND filters. It makes the X100V honestly a ready-to-go camera. Anywhere, everywhere, for almost all situations. So other than the 35mm being locked into position in that camera, I think it's a phenomenal camera. I really wish those two things were on the X-E5. Did that make me not get this? No, the fact that I can change the lens on this is a huge factor. I could live with the other two. I could live. I am living. Every camera has a compromise, right? So some of you might be wondering, why am I talking about the X100V and not the X100VI, which is a newer camera. It does have 40 megapixels. It does have inner body stabilization. It does have the built-in flash and the ND. The philosophical question becomes, do you want a perfectly integrated camera system that removes the lens decision, or do you want a similarly compact camera that you decide what it becomes? There is a couple of other little things in the X100 series that are worth mentioning. The first one is that because the lens is a fixed lens, it actually goes down to f2 instead of the f2.8 on the pancake lens from the X5. So that's a little bit of more light that you're getting into the sensor and a little bit of depth of field. And the hybrid optical electronic viewfinder makes it a genuinely cool experience. So which one should you buy? The X100V or the X100VI or the X-E5? The X100V, if you find a good clean one that is at a reasonable price, if you want the built-in flash and the built-in ND, and you like the 35mm focal length and you think it's actually freeing instead of constraining, then that's a great choice for you. You should get the X-E5 if you want the high resolution sensor, the 40.2 megapixel. If you want to not commit to the 35mm focal length, and if you're already planning on buying more lenses for Fuji, or have more lenses already from that system, then you could use it on this camera. And you want your camera to evolve with your photography. The X100V is the more iconic camera. The X100VI is the more complete compact camera. The X-E5 lets me choose simplicity without being trapped by it. That's why with my own money, I chose the X-E5. Would interchangeable lenses make the X-E5 your choice, or would the fixed lens be exactly why you would choose the X100 series? Let me know in the comments why I ended up getting this Fuji instead of another Sony or one of the new Nikons that are coming out. Check out this video over here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here, and like the video if you like it, subscribe if you want to. I'll see you on the next one, or you'll see me on the next one.